Greetings, Weight Watchers and friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Love Fuller, and I am here with an impromptu video. The video, I know I'll probably title it something about like, oh, would you stay on track for $1 million? Because that's what it's about. It's this idea that came to my mind is it makes me think of like the power of thought, or what our values are, what's important to us, and what we'll do for what's important to us. And it came because yesterday's Monday. I made my weigh-in video, but Monday is the beginning of my week, so my week restarts, and I always take that as an opportunity, of course, to get back on track and to renew and refresh myself. But it's like, what am I going to do to like shake myself out of the negative habits I've been having? I should say like unconstructive behaviors that I've been having when it comes to food. I've been doing great during the beginning of the week, which is now, it's Tuesday, still the beginning of the week, and I'm doing great. But how can I sustain that? So I was thinking about how it came to my attention by a video that I'd watched on YouTube, and the person was saying about staying on track for 6 weeks straight. And I was like, I've never stayed on track for 6 weeks straight. I also want to give a shout out and a thanks to one of my longtime viewers and commenters who shared with me that she is almost at goal weight. And she said that she's never done the program 100% for even like a couple weeks. So it's great to know that, it's great to know that our efforts are not in vain, even if we're not perfect. And of course, I would never expect to be perfect, but still, it's like, okay, how to sustain it for an extended period of time, I expect I should be able to do that. So for whatever reason, it came to my mind that if someone offered me $1 million, and please feel free to offer me $1 million to test this theory. But if someone offered me $1 million to stay on track for 6 weeks, could I do it? Would I do it? And I'm like, hell yeah, I would do it. Excuse my French. Heck yeah, I would do it. And I really believe I would. Like, I really believe that I would. Okay, so what about 6 months? For $1 million. Now, I'm like, well, $1 million is not that much, but it's way more than I have. And if I could just put $1 million like in an investment or in the bank, so I could just have it as a nest egg or whatever, would I stay on track on the Weight Watchers program every day for 6 months? Now, I'm talking about the Weight Watchers, like the basic Weight Watchers, where you just have to, what you have to do, which is stay within your points. Now, I experience Weight Watchers to be that they encourage activity, and that you don't have to do the activity, which is why it's kind of like a bonus or whatever. And they encourage you to drink water, and they probably encourage you to take vitamins. They probably encourage you to have healthy oils, all that kind of stuff. But I'm talking about the points. Now, if I had to do the other things as well, could I do those for 6 months, straight, to get $1 million? I think I could do that too. I'm pretty sure I would be like laser focused and bust my tail to do this for $1 million. So yesterday, when I felt like going off track, since I had this concept in my mind, I was like, what if I pretend? Did I say, please feel free to offer me $1 million? I'm sure I said it, but if you didn't hear it, if you weren't paying attention, please feel free to offer me a real $1 million to stay on program for 6 months and see if I can do it. Prove me wrong, honey. Okay, but okay, I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking, but I'm joking because I'm sure that no one here is going to offer me $1 million, or no one has $1 million to offer me, so I'm joking, but I'm not joking, of course. I'll take it. Okay, so yesterday, I was like, I let myself pretend that if I stay on track, that I'll get $1 million. I know. Okay, so now it's like I'm also almost crossing into this idea of like the power of thought, like the actual power of thought, law of attraction kind of thing. And like, if I will, I mean, I'm thinking like this is like kind of like craziness or whatever in a way, like just this idea of like, well, I wonder if I could actually manifest $1 million if I believe that if I stay on track for 6 months or 6 weeks or however long that I will, or a year that I'll when get $1 million, I will become a multi. Anyway, it's like this idea of like, how can I almost like trick my mind into like going along with this, because it helped me yesterday. And I know I'm talking madness, but my point is that if someone offered me $1 million, I would stay on track, because that's what, like, because I feel like, oh my gosh, I value like my security of my feet, the idea that money, of the security that money might offer, right? Having this like nest egg, having the money there, that I don't have to worry about my, how I'm gonna, I don't have to worry about things, what money, the idea of money, like it gives us, there's a sense of security. I don't plan on buying fancy cars or I mean, I wouldn't mind a fancy car, but I'm just saying my idea is not to have $1 million to buy fancy cars. It's just to have a peace of mind, security for living, We have to work to put the roofs over our heads, and bodies give out. I would be happy to add that to my retirement fund. So because that's really important to me. I'm getting of the age where it's like I'm looking at, okay, retirement, and how am I going to live, when after I'm past a certain age. So that's something that I value. And apparently I value that more than the concept of just losing weight. And I value that even more, the concept of my physical health, because I'm more aware of that. I'm more aware of the pain of not having money the pain of being afraid, the fear of not having money to pay for my basic necessities and basic needs. You see what I'm saying? I'm not as aware of the pain of being sick, like physically sick, other than my knees and my back and my shoulders and all that stuff that I've been experiencing with this lovely age and this not so lovely excess weight and regain and all that kind of stuff. So I'm aware of that, but clearly that has not been enough to make me like stay on track 100%, just blue dotted, as Kelly and Kim from the Skinny on Weight Loss were saying last week. But $1 million would make me blue dotted. So how can I, basically this conversation is about how can I jump from that, like really knowing that I could blue dot it for $1 million. I really believe I could. Like I would do it. And last night I had the experience of, okay, I'm out of points, and I was like a different person when I was like playing this game with myself about the $1 million. So it's like, the problem is like, I know I'm not going to play that game on an ongoing basis. I know it's a game. I know it's not real. So I'm not going to sustain that with that mindset. But how can I just jump into the mindset of blue dotting it for 6 weeks, 6 months, a year, 6 years? Talking about, if I go to like Sarah from Pearls and Wisdom and Food, it's like this is an ongoing thing. This is a lifestyle. So blue dotting it for life, for multi-millions of dollars. The stakes are raised by having to be like, okay, perfect for years and years on end. Okay, listen, I'm gonna need to have some more moolah for that, but some more great, wonderful experiences, trips, and I mean, really. But even though I was talking to my husband about that, I was like, okay, hey, you could help me because I want to go to India. I turned in my visa, my passport, so I can get my visa to go to India because I'm just like moving forward in this dream, this idea. I'm like right here on this side of the earth. It's like a few hours to get to India. I haven't been there, but I'm planning to go. So they have my passport and I don't have any like travel date planned or anything like that. But I'm just like moving in that direction, right? I said to my husband, I was like, hey, if I stay on track for however long, you can give me a trip to India. But I don't believe that. First of all, I don't believe that that will make me stay on track because I know I'm already gonna go to India. You know what I'm saying? And then also, it's like if he says, okay, we can go to India in February if you stay on track 100%. And I'm like, okay, well, if I don't get there in February, I can get there in March. I can get there in the summer. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if someone gives me a once in a lifetime opportunity to get $1 million to stay on track, my mind is switched. So what does this mean? Like, does this mean anything to you? You see what I'm saying? Like, I know that I can do it in that instance. It's like I have to, like how they say, find your why or find this thing that's gonna like compel you to do it. That's the only thing I've found so far. And that's not actually accessible to me. So yesterday, though, being in the awareness of this whole concept helped me stay on track. Today, hopefully it'll do the same thing, but how long will it last? So that's it. It's just a discussion. It's just a chit chat, throwing it out there. I don't know if this means anything. Does it mean anything to you? What does this mean? My random thoughts. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment below. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you join me for more. How about this? This goes with my Diary of a Weight Watcher series. Diary of a Weight Watcher. My random thoughts. So please click the subscribe button if you want to see more of this series. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends.